Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jax on the channel, the Jaxster. And yeah, we got some falling mobs. Unfortunately, they're not providing enough XP because they're dying. So we're getting the drops, but all we're getting that we can use is those woofy guys over there. So in this episode of StoneBlock, StoneBlock 3, this is episode 15. We're just not getting enough mobs down here that I can kill along with the slimes and everything else that's spawning. I went through and used all my XP. One good thing about it is that I was able to upgrade, enchant some of these armor pieces. So as you can see here, they all did require level 30 enchants. My headpiece too, the helmet, got protection 4 on it. I was hoping to get some mending, but didn't get mending on any of those. So that's one of the things I want to work on probably this episode. I did grab a skeleton spawner, so maybe we can set that up and just be able to get some XP from it. Also, down here, I'm not sure what's going on with all the energy. Of course, last episode I told you these were making a lot more XP than what they do. They only make, I think this one makes 80x or FE each. What I was saying is the max, I think, what they hold. And then my redstone flux cells are being drained. And I'm not sure where the power is going, because if we look at our controller, look down here, and we look at the FE it's being used, is 88 FE per tick. So it's using enough to be consumed by one of the furnaces, right? Because they can hold 80,000, and I believe they do 80 FE. Let's just look at Powah. I was looking through the book. It is quite a cool mod, actually. So energy cells. Now we went to furnators. So we started with the basic, which is what we have. So it generates 80 FE per tick. And I've got 2 of those going. And so I figured that would be enough. Might get a small drain, but we should be able to keep one of these redstone flux cells filled up. And like I said, it's completely draining. I did put a hardened integral component in here. And what I was looking here too, you can see, is to upgrade those to the best, like the Snail M, I think is what the best one is. And so I'll probably work on those. And then I went and put this line because we need to do some energizing. Let's just look at the book real quick and I'll show you kind of what I was talking about. Let's see, you get the generators. There's even solar panels that we can use. Even a StoneBlock, there's a ender piece that you can put on top of that see-through block. So I think it might work. The reactors is probably the ultimate goal for Powah. These thermal generators, actually, and the magmators even, they generate a lot of power once you get to the top. And I noticed what it generates and what it allows you to extract is 4 times. The ratio is always 4 times on all the devices. So it can hold up to 40 million FE. It does 40,000 FE. But to do this, we need to get into energizing. And let's see. And these are kind of like the cell storage and stuff, which is pretty neat. So this is like Ender Gates is wireless. Transfer energy between the adjacent blocks and Ender network. Unlike Ender cells, you cannot upgrade the network from it. Okay. But we need to get to this energizing thing here, which has these rods. So I need to make some of these rods. And it tells you it has to be within a 9x9 area. It says the orb does not require any energy, but the rods must be placed on the cables or any forged cable. So that would be like mechanism cables. It probably would work because they have power in them. So these cables hold power, it looks like, but I don't think they're holding that much power where it's coming all out of that one. And I went in and looked. So up, I got it extracting. Like, let's turn it off and see what happens. So we should be getting power over here. Still going down. So I'm not really sure what's going on here because I turned everything off. As you can see these here. And they're directional, which that's north. So we have north, is extract, because we want to be able to go into there. So we turn the north off. It's hard to know. It looks like it's working because the lightning bolt is going. This one's north, so the only power it's going out is this, and we're only using the energy pipes to go out. I did put an upgrade in there so it can have maximum output in case we needed it, because I figured with the crafters we might need it. So, like I said, I crafted the book. It's not hard to craft. Let's see. Look at the book in case you want to make one. It's just a book with some of the dielectric paste. So like I said, I've read on it. I'm gonna go ahead. I need to get into energizing so I can upgrade these to the next level of hardened and see if that generates more power. So we'll work on that. I want to, like I said, get a skeleton spawner generating some mobs so I might set it up down here. So while I'm working on this, I can go ahead and farm some of those too. It'll be just a temporary thing anyway. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, I cleaned up the base. I've got some flare lanterns. Still got some torches up there. When I was getting up there and taking things down, I placed a lot of those torches. So I'll need to remove those. And everything else is just flare lanterns. I did go ahead and I think, yeah, this is different. These have been upgraded. And I moved everything into storage box so that would take some of the storage, give it a little bit of a break so it wouldn't have to consume so many things in our storage. Yeah, so that's kind of pretty much what I did in between episodes. There's a lot of work actually doing that stuff. Cleaned up all the areas, took out the kelp here because we're generating kelp in the hopper botany pots. So I didn't think we needed to do any more of that. So let me work on those couple things, getting energizing orbs and the rods done, and I'll upgrade those probably to the basic, and then I'll come back and we'll look to see how things are going. Might go ahead and upgrade the furnaces to the hardened though, and then I'll make a little mob farm with the skeleton spawner to see if we can get some more XP, because right now everything's pretty much drained out. Doing all the enchanting. So give me a few minutes, guys, and I'll be back. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm down here. I had to remove my flare lanterns, which kind of sucks, but it's kind of what we got to do. So I went and got my spawner set up in here. Use some of the vector plates that I have, and it's still getting some light in there, but so it's not a big deal. But when I do kill the guys manually, the vector plates are shooting out this stuff before the absorption hopper actually gets the items. So we need to fix that. I think probably we use mob grinding utilities. They have a, well, I got a little bit of lag going on. But if we take a look at them, let's see. Where I think this here is probably the best thing we can make right now. So I'll make that. Shouldn't be hard to make. Add it to our list. And we could do some of these upgrades for it. Let's see. Beheading would be nice. I don't know if this has. These would be nice also. Should be easy to make out. Sharpness, kill them faster. Should be easy to make. Beheading should be no problem for us to make. Just add that to our list. And then I want to show you kind of what's going on over here. I don't think it's them. Maybe it's the pressure plates or those vector plates. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I made 3 lapidaries, and I went ahead and upgraded those to with augment to the resonant integral components, which now we're getting a max of 160 RF. I actually put those in our batteries too. I upgraded all the fernators to harden now, and I got that by, I've kind of just been standing over here while I'm getting ready to kill the skeletons, and they do their dance. And this starts at the lowest level. You can do it that way too. So I'm just flicking in those, taking out the alloy that it makes, which is the energize steel. I don't think these guys are what's causing the lag, but I know my computer's done a couple updates, and that's probably usually when it gets ready and needs a restart. There's a little lag that goes on, but you can kind of see how these things are shooting over here. I could get another vacuum hopper and just hopper those up and put them into a chest like I got right now. I'm just going to put an importer back here, or on top, probably where it would fit. But I just kind of want to show you guys where I'm at right now. So we're just feeding those with the lapidary chicken. Still got the cold chicken with I added one extra fernator and upgraded that to hardened. And we're getting, this generates 200 FE per tick. So maybe those would be enough now to go ahead and fuel everything, fire it up. I do have the pattern grid. I don't know if I made that just a little bit a while ago, but I've been working on patterns to put in the crafters. So I've got all these set up in here. A lot of the Powah stuff. This one only has patterns in it right now, and then some of the thermal stuff I got in here. There's a power, but these are thermal items. So yeah, I actually could use more crafters, and I'll probably do that in between episodes too, is make some more. But I just want to show you guys where we're at. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and craft that mob grinder and probably do the upgrades, and I'll set it probably on this block right here, and we'll close that up. That way they all get pushed into it. They should be able to get pushed into it anyway. We'll find out here in a minute. So all you got to do is power it with a lever. So I've used it quite a bit before, so it's not really a complicated thing. Let me get that done, and I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys. I had some things come up, and I really haven't had time to go ahead and look at it. Other than I did put an interface on the back of it. I know interfaces allow the items to go back into the refined storage system, and it didn't work the way I thought it should, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more testing, and I'll have that fixed beginning next episode. And we'll continue. I think we need to continue with power. Maybe we'll look at our quest and everything. Let's see what we got done in our quest, actually. So I know we got a few of them done. So Powah, we got energizing cables. Got us a skulk sensor, which you can use for redstone, but I'm not really interested in that. That got us a cobble tier, gen tier 4, which I just made another one to do some compacting on it. We got the monster mash, so that gives us a spy class, not really something useful. And the storage, a few more things down here in refined storage. And then andesite casing, which is always nice, but not something I need right now. And a cogwheel. All right, it's telling us to move back to create. So I'm going to work on it. I may go ahead and finish just making a flood grid and a requester that just makes sure items are in stock. To finish up this in a flood disk. Oh, I probably didn't show this, but I did go ahead and show a crafting monitor. So it shows when you make things. The problem with these, why they're not saying they're completed, is the items didn't go back into the refined storage system, or I didn't see it within the system. So that's why it's showing those didn't show up. So it's just a way to monitor to see if things are working right. It's not a complicated item to make either. So, all right, guys, with that, I'll see you on the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe learned something. If you know why, or a simple way why that shouldn't be working, or to make the items go back into the storage system, leave a comment. All right. Hopefully, I'll get it done before then, and we'll see if we have the same setup that you suggest. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.